Hi everyone, and welcome back to Overland Trails Adventures. And today is a very exciting day because we have a new build project for 2024. What this project is going to entail is a rig that can be long-term over the road, and we'll get into more of that, or what that means here in a little bit. But the basic platform is going to be a 2024 Toyota Tundra Limited, and we've already started making a few mods to it, so we'll dive into it and talk about what we've already started. First and foremost, I want to thank Ryan and Libby over at CB Adventure Supply for helping and planning with this rig, this build for 2024. Between their expertise and knowledge and their business connections with all the right vendors that we wanted to use, couldn't have done it without them. They're just a big help, and in many ways a big inspiration to what we do here at Overland Trails Adventures. And again, I just want to make sure we thank them, and if you have any needs or anything like that, you can always find them at cbadventuresupply.com. Let's talk a little bit about why we went with this individual truck, and we had to drive all the way to Missouri to find the right truck because Toyota is weird about things like that. We went with the Toyota Limited model. A couple of reasons. To get to the larger gas tank, so we have a 32-gallon gas tank versus the 21 that comes with a standard SR5. Two, we wanted the larger screen that we can integrate Android and CarPlay, as well as any other phone system. We can automatically add it in. That's to get at being able to have Gaia and Onyx on the screen in the vehicle without having to do a separate tablet. Big time. That's huge. The other main thing we went with this model on, and we had to drive so far to find it, was this sticker right here. This is a TRD 4x4 off-road, and what that means is it automatically comes with the 4x4 features of downhill assist, crawl control, multi-terrain control, things like that. And so it gives you all the ability to be able to have that. The final thing, the reason why we went with this level of trim, is to be able to get at the surrounding cameras. This vehicle has 5 cameras, has one in the front, 2 on each mirror, 1 in the tailgate, as well as 2 on the top back here, which with the 4-wheel camper will be rendered useless basically. But what this gives us is the ability to choose an off-road screen, see beside the vehicle on either side, and understand where our wheel placements are, being able to see the objects coming that we're going towards with the front-facing camera. Gives us a lot more ability to self-spot and self-manage going through trails that are a little bit questionable. Some of the first things I wanted to do is start mapping out the lights. Started with the Baja LP4s on Cali raised brackets here for the ditch lights, and these are going to run into a aux beam control panel where everything is going to be centralized at. The next big mod we did was go with a different rim and tire setup. This is a BF Goodwrench KO2 35-inch tire, and it's an all-terrain versus a mud terrain. We do a lot of road driving to get where we want to go, so we don't want to really have a lot of road noise. And we went with the Method Bead Grip 705 version tires in black. What this is going to do is give us a little more ride height, a little more comfort on the road when we can air down. And the bead grip on these tires is going to allow us to air down a few more pounds lower, probably another 2 to 4 pounds lower, so we can really get that good grip on those really washboard roads and in the sand and things like that. To be able to fit 35s on this truck, we had to modify the panel back here. There's a bracket that goes in that we had to take out that holds the panel in place, and then we had to trim the panel out to keep the rubbing in the back from being a problem. Another key feature is the CBI rock slider steps. This gives us the ability to protect the underside of this vehicle, as well as have a solid platform to be able to stand on. That's the full length of the vehicle. This was one of the first things we did, and I couldn't be happier with the CBI gear that we're testing out so far. One of the key things we wanted to do is protect the truck in any situation and be able to have a winch touch point as well as tow hook placement. As you know, the Toyota Tundra has famously not come with any tow hooks or tow points attachments on the system. So we will be cutting this area right here off, and from here down will be a CBI bumper with a bull bar. And that'll give us a place to put the open road 13,000 pound winch, as well as a 30-inch bar here for the Baja lights, and 2 LP4s in the corner there, and those will all be amber. So as far as creature comforts go, one of the key things we wanted to do on the inside was put a multiple point phone holder system in. We chose the one from Bullet Point because it has a plate here where we can put a GoPro mounted here and have the ability to mount 2 phones, or as many items actually as we want to. And then we chose the Bullet Point charging pad, which plugs into the auxiliary port right here from the Tundra. That gives us the ability to put the phone in, it automatically closes, charges the phones while we're driving. It's real convenient. So one of the key things we'll be doing inside the vehicle is providing a platform in which we can store gear on top of it and below it. The whole plan on that is to do a folded up seat platform that we can mount from here out to here, have under storage here, and still be able to access the storage within this unit, some flip up trays or something like that, some flip up lids, and then be able to take that platform out in a 60-40 split version where we can use either side of the seat by folding these back down. I really kind of opted out of doing a whole seat delete because we still need to use this vehicle for daily driving or transport, with family or something like that, so I can easily make this a transformable vehicle in many ways. So about the biggest modification to this truck to make it an overlanding long-term vehicle will involve where we're going to sleep and live in it. Basically, it will involve removing this bed, putting a flatbed on the vehicle, and then putting a 4-wheel camper hock on that. To achieve that, we've got to make major modifications to the suspension underneath. To handle the weight, it's going to be airbags, it's going to be stronger springs, it's going to have Dobinson suspension underneath it, to where it can handle the weight, handle the shift and roll of everything. And so that should make everything really solid there. So we'll be chronicling this build as we go, documenting everything on YouTube as well as our Patreon channel. So everything we do and all the equipment we use will be in a playlist. So if you want to see more of this build, subscribe to the channel so you can keep up with the latest developments. And we appreciate y'all's time. We'll see you down the trails.